Good morning, it's Johanna, and I wanted to do this video for you first thing in the morning while I choose my scent of the day, and then tell you a little bit I figured out about my 4-ounce spray bottle of English Leather Cologne. Come with me and I'll show you how I pick out my fragrance of the day. These are my choices for what I can wear right now. This is what I have laid out. I didn't choose these, this just happens to be here. This is Robin White Perfume C by Huntley. It's a 1-ounce bottle in there. And it's in great condition. It's not opened. As far as I know, it wasn't. This was supposed to be smelling like Chanel No. 5. And I love the box. It's in worse shape than the other ones I have in terms of the velvet being used. I think someone really used it, but they didn't use it as a perfume. So it was inside the box on someone's vanity. Possibly. This is Robin White's Perfume E, which is supposed to smell like Youth Dew. Estee Lauder. Clint by Avon. This is discontinued. My friend, Justin the Czar, turned me on to this. And I have some others in the other room. This one, I think I want to give this to him as a gift. It's like that size. I don't think Batch Fresh will give me the date of manufacture for this batch code. I don't believe, whenever I put in a number in there for Avon stuff, it doesn't work so far. So maybe I want to choose, man, it's so hard. I'm leaning towards Most Precious to wear today. So I'm back. Good morning, by the way. It's morning for me. And I've been awake for a while, but I haven't put on my sunscreen. And my sunscreen makes me look better, more dewy or whatever. But I don't have that on. So I think I'll put on Most Precious today. This is the small bottle that I have. I have a larger 1-ounce bottle from a different set. Can't remember where that set is. I think it's downstairs because I was still taking pictures of it last evening. So I don't know why. I usually do 3 dabs at a time. And yes, it does run because I want to get some juice on there. Don't know why, but when I wear fragrances, I'm always discovering how to wear that specific one. And with so many that I have now to choose from, I do gravitate towards the ones that last the longest on me and do project. And it's not the case on all days with all fragrances. So choosing your scent of the day is just like, good luck. I just do it kind of randomly. I don't usually make a huge deal out of it because I can always change later. Yeah, this is beautiful. It's light for sure, and light essence it says. This is a version that was probably about maybe 1953 or 1954. They might have come out with this light essence version of Most Precious. Most Precious was first released either 1950 or 1951. I still can't figure out if this is a 1/4 ounce or a 1/2 ounce bottle. I keep going back and forth on that. Well, today I want to show you something that I realized about my bottle of English Leather Spray Cologne by the MEM company. I showed this to you in a fragrance haul yesterday. But this bottle here, this comes in a wooden topped box And then when the bottle is in here, this is how it is. And you have this, it's like a paperboard type box down here that's smaller. Kind of looks a little, you know, not as smooth as I thought it might be. Then you open it up, and here it is. It's right there. And this is made for a big man. And this is made for a big, strong man. Like, I just realized something about it. I was complaining maybe on the video when I had this that, no, maybe I didn't think to complain about the fact that when you lift it by the lid, it wants to fall off. It does, but yeah, it does. But if you lift it by the lid with strength in your hand and not in that way, like strength, like with your fingers, is the only way that you can actually lift this by the lid. So was it cheaply made? I think it was made to sell to people that could afford it. And so that might have meant a buck or two, couple bucks, whatever the time period. I haven't studied the economics and the inflation and all of that. I haven't studied it yet, but I'm interested in it, looking at these little newspapers that I do and looking at the price changes, and that also having to keep in mind it's perfume. How is it being valued according to the other things on the paper, like in the ad? What's costing more than that? You know, what's costing less than that? And like, what are they charging for Chanel No. 5? And also, what are they charging for Shalimar? Because I look at that on the newspaper articles. This one being big might have meant it was for an older audience than maybe as they got, like, as time went on after the 1940s, they got more like, we're going to sell them a less amount, but charge them as much or more. And we're going to trick them into thinking this lesser amount is somehow better for them, and that they can't afford what would be a big bottle like this. This could be from the I don't know, I don't want to say 40s, but I don't know if sprays were available in the 40s. But that bottle I have of Huntley's aftershave lotion that might be lilac, it might have lilac in it. It could be from the early 1940s, and they may not have mentioned in the ad the size. I did see an ad, and it said something about maybe even it was something you got free with another purchase, because it said if you buy this, maybe it was the shaving soap, it may or may not have come with a bowl that time. I think it was for budget people, so it didn't come with a bowl to save on expense. So if you couldn't afford a shaving bowl, maybe you even have one already, that would be fine. Then you would get the shaving soap, and you would make it in a bowl at home with lather. You know, you make a lather out of a bar of soap and like one of those brushes that you've seen in shaving shops, like old-fashioned shaving brush. You make a lather with that in the bowl. It's a lathery, I bet this is the best way to shave, to be honest. And then you apply it and you let it soak in, and you probably did something first, because in the barber shop, it was the old-fashioned place to interact as men, you know, mostly men in the barber shop, interacting around self-care, getting shaved, a nice shave, a nice haircut once a week if you could afford it. And maybe you treat yourself to that because you're a working man. I think this is for a working man, and I mean working hard, physical. This is for a physically hardworking man, because otherwise he wouldn't put up with that crap. He knows he just goes like that, and it works for him, and it works for him all the time. This bottle is made for a big, strong, physically large and strong man who wants to smell like Russian leather, but it's called English leather. So wow, do I want to spray right here? No, I shouldn't spray leather there. I should spray leather here. So this is how you do perfume voodoo. You spray this 1950s or 1940s bottle of English leather on, knowing that Johanna didn't do her work, if she didn't tell you already, that English leather by MEM used to be Russian leather. I spray too much. You guys, you know, you're probably out there shouting, what the L? Because that's the F word, with the L. So if you've had English leather, which I don't know how long it's been discontinued and out of production, but I know that Dana bought it from MEM at some point, and this one's a MEM bottle, which is great. Of course, it's always great because Dana didn't do so well, I think. It seems like the bottles that are out there, some of them, mine included, I got a partial. It was supposed to be full, it wasn't, and it hadn't spilled, so she gave me a discount. I believe she actually gave me the whole thing for free, to be honest, because she felt bad that it came and it wasn't full. In the photos, it didn't show that it had a level, but I didn't think I had to. Yeah, so it was kind of like left out, so of the description and everything. So when I got it, I just absorbed the loss and just decided I'm just gonna let her know. I'm just gonna let her know, not gonna expect anything. Because someone that would deceive, I thought she was deceiving me. Turns out she felt bad and she didn't know. People that sell these things, they don't necessarily have any interest in the actual item. They don't care that, you know, even though their grandfather had this potentially, that like it would have any meaning to anyone. But it does. It has meaning to a lot of people, and not everyone knows. Like when I was a child, people wore English leather around. If I saw someone at a store, someone that was out in public, they had their hair greased back and they looked like they just showered and they had sprayed the cologne on. I know that my dad wore cologne when he went out of the house. He would get a shower from farming. He's a farmer, and he would get a shower. His hair would be slicked back and he would put on some cologne. I have no idea what it is that he put on, because my mother and I are not on 100% speaking terms when it comes to the past, and she doesn't like to, I don't know, she doesn't like to talk to about my dad. She doesn't like to talk about him because he was kind of a mean guy, pretty darn mean farmer, a mean farmer. And but when he went out of the house, he would put something on. Now, it could have been Avon. We had a lot of Avon around, and people were selling Avon like everywhere. As far as like if you worked somewhere, there was definitely one Avon person working at your place, and you would be getting harassed, or you would be looking at it on your break, the catalog or the flyer or whatever it was that they had, probably a catalog, looking at your coworkers' catalog. See, I like to go back to like what was going on, because I want to picture it, the past. I think we might trigger memories from our own past because we were around people that smelled like some of these things, and some of those people had enough money to buy Most Precious in a gift set for their, you know, significant other, and some people didn't, and some people were a guy and they just wanted this. And yeah, there were a lot of companies that produced Russian leather back before World War II, and then they gradually changed their name to English type. But I think that maybe MEM did that in this country, but I do see other brands. So I don't think that they could just, well, it says English leather with a little R next to it. So I guess, what does the R stand for? Is that copyright or trademark? Maybe it's trademark. I think it means trademark, the R. So they had a trademark on English leather, but it was the same fragrance as Russian leather. So I like English leather better. I like the way it sounds, but that's because of, you know, exposure to ideas and thoughts. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional, and this is not political. This is not a political channel here. I just, yeah, I feel for the Russian people, and I hope them to have what they need as far as leadership. So to recap, I haven't found this in a newspaper ad yet, and I've looked several days, and it doesn't mean it's not there, because I have seen things that I missed before. So this could be old, and I am the first to use it. So whoever bought it didn't use it. It was a backup bottle. This might have been a backup bottle, because they didn't get this because, well, they either got this as a gift, which is what, great. I love gifts like that. But also this could have been him buying it for himself, but this was his backup bottle. He was a big, strong man with a backup bottle. What do you think of that? All right, well, that was supposed to be a quick video for you because I figured something out about this bottle and the cap and why it doesn't stay on. And this was made so someone could afford it, and so they made it in the United States, and this is what they sold, probably, you know, everywhere, every little store, general stores and stuff. So I don't know when this was purchased, but I was gonna say I am gonna find out. Well, I'm gonna do my best to find out, because I have a bottle of English leather coming, and I won't tell you everything about this because you might look it up. You might ruin the surprise, and it's supposed to come on Tuesday. I hope it may come early, but it might not. And I know that you're going to have this video here to watch, and I know that you might go looking, and I don't want to risk the chance that you be disappointed and that not be there. So I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but it's a decant bottle. It's a collector's item. It was released 1 year, and it was a very special year. It was a celebration that year of this country and our anniversary, our becoming a country, 1776. It was in 1976 that we were celebrating that big time, and that was the year I was born. I was born during a celebration year, and it's been up and down. It's been great. I mean, I've been making videos. I've been making videos since before my birthday. And so what I'm drinking today is this. This is the Rest in Peach. It's a peach tea by Liquid Death. And no, I don't own stock in this company yet at time of filming. But yeah, there was a comedian that started this company, Liquid Death. And I got hooked on it because of the sparkling water. The black can, that's the plain sparkling water, completely unflavored. There's no essences in there. And that's my favorite Liquid Death flavor. It's water that's from the Alps in Switzerland. So, I don't know, but it seems kind of magical to me. So yeah, I'm buying carbonated water in a can. Now they do carbonate it. Well, they say that they actually can it at the site. So that means that they're carbonating it also near the Swiss Alps after they get it from there. I hope they don't run out, but I think that they won't. I don't think that the Swiss Alps will run out of water, spring water. Well, the water situation in some places is tricky. I don't know. I haven't gotten any updates on the Alps and their snowfall. This has turned out to be, yet again, surprising video for me. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I just started filming. Well, so scent of the day chosen this morning was Most Precious. So I'm going to go find the 1 ounce bottle of cologne Splash from the other fragrance haul video, the other gift set surprise from Evian.